Oh yeah, yeah. Remember too.
Is controlled by my will. True, strong enough to dictate the conditions of fulfilling my needs. Then abstract. Whatever good is in you, I will use for my sustenance and for you. You don't feel as though you haven't eaten in weeks.
Damn. It's fucked up. You know, that's always pretend like both sides they friend.
All praise to Yahweh. Still crush, switch goes the free throw. Strictly like needles, cold and dark, medieval. He's trying to catch me. I blow chips off the branch while they deathly. Khabib, when it comes to wrestling, relax. Y'all get it. You malfunction like Titanic rivet. Yeah, I hit it. Turn your biscuit back to biscuit. Leave earth in ditches. Call this relief intention. Rinse in the word and flush turds. Crack your teeth like nerds. All y'all is birds. Sword swerves into abdomens. Round you up like cattle pins. I thought it was about lyrics, not entertaining themselves. Niggas sell their soul for 3 degrees. Still got their motherfucking hands up when they freeze. Speak for the king, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Niggas sell their soul for 3 degrees. Still got their motherfucking hands up when they freeze. Speak for the king, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Destroy my own, that's how I felt. Praising ain't about lip service. Damn shame, one critique make them nervous. Niggas is dried up like river beds. Deliver bird shit to their heads. Disrupt the feds, cause I'm fed up with them. What they gonna do? Remove me from pictures? Wisdom grows richer. Earthquake off the Richter. Dark penetrate the liver. Here's a lion. Your dinner, forgive the sinner. That's a real breadwinner. Children, team members, blacks must come better. Better swimmers, Mediterranean, yeah. It remembers how way I jet and text my. They want to barter. Nothing about y'all see. Y'all mean. Smack down all you bring. Acting like you don't, the words sting. Niggas like to curse in front of the screen with their hands up, talking about y'all see. Y'all mean. Smack down all you bring. Acting like you don't, the words sting. Niggas forget the Taurus inside. Within, they act like dead, lambskin, mannequin ass bystanders doing nothing while we accept the pressure of the struggling. Meaning, y'all will do no good. Walk through the hood, cause you came off crack. That's just Jesus juice. Praise Yah, many have broke loose, yet many waste away. Still in the church to pay, or in a bootleg, damn gay. Don't know what God you pray. Y'all got a serpent on a pole. That's why David fell in a hole. Even the ground was swole. Josh, why you wait, believe, now you know. Day after day, it's as if we go nowhere. Strategically, inject repair. Through sound and word care. Niggas sell their soul for 3 degrees. King, they want your belief. Instead of wisdom, you get grief. Niggas like to curse in front of the screen with their hands up, talking about y'all see, and y'all mean. Smack down all you bring, acting like you don't, the word sting.
Yeah, boy, it's your boy Killah Bee. Goddamn Witch Finder General. I found me a witch and I burned this motherfucking ass up. How y'all doing today? What's up? We got brother Heru on the panel. We got brother Lamad on the panel and shit. We about to get it in. How y'all brothers doing tonight?
We good, brother.
I said, how y'all brothers doing, goddamn?
Oh, I'm good.
Shit.
I'm ready. I'm good. I'm ready to start a fire. Shit.
Sleep on my ass and shit. That's it. That's it. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm ready.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready.
We can get it in. We can be getting into this whole thing about Ramses II. And we're gonna get into this black samurai that Judah NATZARAH was talking about so much. The black Israelite samurai. How samurai culture is Israelite culture. And how samurai is really just a broken Hebrew word. And all that bullshit. Judah want to convert all the Israelites into samurais and shit. So we're gonna see tonight what this whole samurai shit is all about. So all you brothers that want to make your little icons, because I know how to get with Judah NATZARAH and shit. He make you feel like you a goddamn samurai. You want to chop people with your samurai blade.
You know what?
And all that bullshit.
You got
We can get in this. Michael Edwards been going hard.
You got to look at it like this, Killah. Y'all done shut the man down so bad that he's going to the samurai now. The Yahshua, Yahweh, whatever doctrine. Y'all done killed that shit so much. That nigga that saw the new movie that's coming out about the black samurai and said, I'm safe here. That's what's going on.
No, he always did that. He did that in the beginning. That's all you like. I got Judah right now in the back pocket and shit. What he's doing now, he's rehashing his shit because that's all he got. You know what I'm saying? So now he's trying to start over. So he's pulling he needs new people because his crew is weak as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? None of them niggas can do shit. They can't get nothing accomplished. You got the two young brothers, they just don't want no type of drama at all. You got Nagy Springfield that's too busy and shit, looking at grown men in their drawers. You got the slow kid and shit, Booger Beer. You got old Uncle Ben, rice eating ass nigga and shit. You got him over there and shit. Old 70-year-old man, 60, 70-year-old man and shit. And who else they got over there and shit? That's it. They ain't got nobody else over there. There's nobody else. That's it. So he's looking for some new recruits over there. So he got to do the whole spiel again, you know, to get brothers comfortable and stuff. I think he got another Southern kid over there. This old Bama talking kid. He over there and shit. He ain't all there. He don't know. I'm not gonna say that about he ain't all there. I'm just gonna say he's not learned, so he really doesn't know what's going on. It's written all over his face, but yeah, man. So we're gonna be getting into this Ramses II. Michael Edwards been going hard, saying that that the man's a white man, and this is who your ancestors is, and all types of stuff. But a lot of people don't know. I know how Michael Edwards get down. Shout out to Michael Edwards and shit. But I know how he get down. And you gotta have time to fuck with Michael Edwards. Because Michael Edwards got plenty of time to fuck with your ass. So so you get, and the reason I want to get into it is not like I really give a shit about the whole thing, but the reason I want to get into it is because I think his claim isn't accurate. For one, right? Two, I want to know why all these top so-called chemist scholars haven't addressed it. You know, and that's where their fun from Michael Edwards' fun is coming. Because he's fucking with cult leaders. He's not fucking with people that are actually doing the research or like call themselves being a scholar in that area. or whatever. Like, know what I mean? Yeah. And he's dealing with cult leaders. Like Jabari, I look at Jabari is no different than looking at goddamn General Yohana or Jabari. Personally. Not to throw any shade on the man or whatever, but that nigga cult leader.
Jabari ain't no cult
Especially
leader.
with that, you saw that
Jabari ain't no cult leader, man. Come on now.
That shit he was wearing. Huh?
What? You mean talking about the ritual dress?
What you said?
The ritual dress?
Damn cult leader. Why that nigga wearing that guy? They ain't no damn ritual dress. Them niggas in Egypt wasn't wearing that shit.
What you talking about? You talking about that white shit, with the hat?
Oh, that goddamn white suit with the fake ass neck collar thing on.
Yeah. Oh,
that shit ain't no goddamn ritual shit. Nothing.
That was
them niggas wasn't wearing that shit.
You could buy that shirt on Amazon, or you could buy that's a shirt. That's a designer shirt with the African Egyptian print on. You could buy that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That shit ain't no ritual. Like no Egyptian garment. Like, that's just some Battlestar Galactica shit.
No, I thought you was talking about the other stuff, but that's just a shirt.
Yeah, it's a shirt. Yeah, okay, all right. I didn't make it clear what I was talking about.
Oh yeah,
I was looking at the last thing Michael Edwards put up when he was wearing that white shirt. They was getting on him about that shit.
He sure did. I saw
that nigga. He ain't addressed nothing. So if he got all that time, huh?
Yeah, you're right. I saw that post. That's what I'm telling you. That nigga, I saw 3 of Michael Edwards posts.
Yeah, it's like that damn theme park shit that Malachi York was doing. So my main thing is like, you know what I mean? I don't believe Michael Edwards is correct on his findings. That's one. But I also don't agree with the Kemetic side. Not saying the Kemetic side, but the so-called leaders that consider themselves leaders in the community haven't been addressing it. Not that I've seen. So Heru, if you seen something that I didn't see, because I haven't really been following it like that, those 2 chats that I'm in, those shits just get annoying because all it is a bunch of like, you know what I mean, like crazy shit. Like, so I don't really pay too much time. I'm too busy these days. But I know you've been going hard, so you can fill us in on a little bit what was going on.
Well, I know like when Michael Edwards makes those posts, because he's been going pretty hard at Sinetta. He's been going pretty hard at Jabari. I haven't seen too much about Polite, but just mainly Jabari and Sinetta. And personally, I think that they're just ignoring him. That's what I personally think. I know Jabari has been kind of out the scene a little bit, and I know he's been, traveling and doing some lectures. So I really think that he's just ignoring him. For the most part, I think a lot of the Black Jesus way that happened kind of stifled a lot of the dialogue back and forth where they would have responded before. I think that the community, as far as debate and arguments, is getting a little bit watered down in substance, and you got a lot of new people coming up, right? And they trying to rehash old shit. And then the old people are still rehashed. So I think they kind of ignored him. I think that eventually Jabari will address him. But I think Jabari, already had a debate with him like, 3-4 times or had discussions. So he's kind of moved on where Michael Edwards is still going on and trying to get Jabari's attention, and he's just not giving it to him.
That's Michael Edwards. But Michael Edwards is not going to go anywhere. He's going to be by his side. Like, Bobby Brown said, every little step he take, Michael Edwards' ass is going to be right there with the belt. Now, somebody, he could be busy doing lectures and all that shit, but it don't take long to respond. And, like, it's not like Michael Edwards is not known. Like, he's just so... Like, it's not like me going at Jabari. Like, who the fuck is goddamn Wish Wife General? Know what I mean? Like, they all know Michael Edwards. So like they should give him the at least the courtesy just to answer. But I've seen Jabari answer, but it's not answered. So personally, I believe that the nigga don't know. That's my personal belief. That the nigga just don't know he is goddamn.
He might not know, because I know like Michael Edwards, Black Jesus, and Judah 7000 have been going in kind of hard on Polite, Sinetta, and Jabari. And you know, Michael Edwards got this new post out. He's talking about you call me a Christian, but Christians buried, you know, Dr. Ben. And then he asked these things like, you know, well, where are y'all temples? Where are y'all, you know, these certain things about, you know, why y'all not building anything? If something happened with Dr. Smalls, a Christian's gonna bury them and stuff like that.
That's correct.
Right. And he's trying to draw a response. Now, when we start talking about, see, here's the thing, right? A lot of people, when you talk about
Dr. Ben go down, Dr. Ben went down with Jesus.
Well,
Dr. Ben did go down with Jesus.
Well, here's the thing. Dr. Ben didn't teach a biblical Christ. That guy who's in the books, he didn't teach that. Never preached that, and actually preached against that. You talk about pure history. But if anybody who know Dr. Ben's wife was a Christian. And Dr. Ben stated that he goes to Christian churches, he goes to synagogues, he goes to temples, and he doesn't care about as far as in the religion parts. He will go. He said that in his own video. But he says that he has a African spirituality. He stated that. So, I mean, whether he got buried, I mean, who knows? I don't know if his wife.
You made a good point right there.
I don't know.
You made an excellent point right there.
Yeah, I don't know if his wife.
Like he said, how he went. His wife was Christian.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if his wife wanted him buried there.
You going down with Jesus and your wife a Christian, but I can see him going to the church.
Yeah, I mean, you know, a lot of them, you know what I'm saying, didn't give up because he was. See, here's the thing though, people don't understand that. But Dr. Ben also said that he was a Jew. He said that in Israel they called him Falasha, whatever that means. So Dr. Ben never denied his Jewish heritage.
He didn't denounce it
or religion. He never denounced it. He just said that the stories weren't correct or wasn't accurate as far as in history.
He did.
That's what he said. Did. So when Michael so when Michael Edwards bring this up, to me it's a false argument. It's kind of like picking an argument. That's not really an argument. You know what I'm saying? Who cares where he got buried at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man work speaks for the man work. Now, we can say that Christians buried him, but Christians, I mean, for the most of us, were Christians in America. If we were somewhere in the Middle East, we wouldn't be Christians. We'd be saying, okay, well, Muslims buried Dr. Clark. If we were in India, we'd be like, Buddhists buried Dr. Clark. It's a false argument. That's, to me, is small. Because why would we care who buried him? He never denied it, that he was, you know, he had Christian ties.
But the people look at it strange. I totally get your point, and I believe your point is valid too. Like, he went down with Jesus. His wife was a Christian. He used to attend the church. If you deal with African spirituality or like the Egyptian spirituality or whatever, that's really no different than the damn church anyway. Know what I'm saying? And like on a base level, like, know what I mean? It's kind of like the same shit. But also, there's no authority or organization or anything to bury a nigga that's into that shit.
No.
So Dr. Van pretty much know anyway that shit, these niggas ain't dressing me up no goddamn ox and bullshit and put my ass in that hole. Well, all that bullshit.
Well, see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing.
Like, yeah, I know about it and shit, but nigga, I ain't trying to put all that stupid shit.
But here's the thing though. Even with that, when they say that and they place Dr. Ben or Dr. Clark in that box once again, that's a false statement, because Dr. Clark nor Dr. Ben ever said they were Kemetic. They never said that. They only taught African history. So when you push them over there, it makes you sound valid. It makes you look good for people who don't know Dr. Ben and Dr. Clark, or what they've taught, or what they spoke. Neither one of them.
It doesn't necessarily reflect on their own personal spirituality.
Exactly. They just said they had a spirituality. That was
totally
it. You know what I'm saying? But so if say, let's just say, for instance, if a Hebrew brother, right, got buried by a African spirituality group or a Kemetic, does that change the fact that he was a Hebrew or what he believed? No. Now it may say that the said group who he belonged to may need to be more organized if they want to go organized. But then we get into more dogma and religion, and that's one thing. Like with the Rock Nation, they was talking about how the Canaanites or even like the Kemetics, we're not organized like that. We're not organized like the Muslims. We're not organized like the Hebrews. We don't have that type of organization.
For one, it ain't shit to organize.
Huh?
For one, it ain't shit to organize, because ain't nobody lived in ancient Egypt to even know really what the fuck they was doing.
Well, ain't nobody. I don't know anybody that lived in Hebrew, because the clothes that they wear isn't the clothes that the Hebrews wore back in that time. So we all have I forgot what the word is, but when we start talking about it's a costume dress in which you made up for a culture. It's not real. It's just something that you apply to the custom that really wasn't there. It's kind of like we do with say, Indians or Native American people or Indian people with their customs, saying this is what they look like, but they never dressed or looked like that. So when I mean organization, like say for the Nation of Islam, right? They have a structure to it that functions, right? The Hebrews to a smaller degree have similar, but it's more fractioned off, where the Nation of Islam is more broader. When we start talking about the Kemetics or spirituality, we have nothing. It's just okay, brother, you believe this, I believe this. We share information. We go in a certain way, or we try to have certain principles to live by, but we don't gather in large congregations for ascension meetings and stuff like that. Not like the Hebrews do. Definitely not like the Christians do, and hell, not like the Muslims do.
But the Christians and the Hebrew Israelites, they actually have a structure, because they're basing it on the Bible and Christianity. Even if they're not Christian, their Old Testament, they're still basing it off of a Christian way of thinking.
True.
Or a Christian, how can I put it? Like a Christian kind of system. I can say it like
Christian fundamental thought process. Yes.
Right. So, I was just about to say this too. I want to hear a little bit more on this from Lamont too. Lamont, try this on this. What you think about
it's just repackaged Christianity. Same principle, theology principle from the 1700s, 1600s, but just revamped for the 2019/20, where everybody everybody's wearing these Power Ranger costumes. But that's fine. I mean, it is what it is. That's how they get us. But no. To be honest, you're absolutely correct. It's just, I guess maybe our people have to learn the hard way. Like for example, just being in the world at any given moment, saying the wrong thing and then just ending up in the bad way. Like the Hebrew thing, how does that translate, or how does that translate into the real world when you're dealing with your boss or you're dealing with coworkers and stuff? But no, you're absolutely right. It's just it's a Christian fundamental based theology, just repackaged.
And just feed it to them.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, right? One of our brothers passed, and the people got together and they sent him off, or buried him. They had the funeral, the rituals that we do, which we call the funeral. So instead of saying our people buried him, you want to make claim to a certain group as if the only group that, because it was a church, was part of that, when it shouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? You're picking things, which once again is division, because you're trying to find something that divides us to somehow make your point or put you above something else without a without a goal or agenda to push forward of saying, well, you know what, I can understand if he says, you know what, we as Christians got together because you Comedics didn't have your shit together, and so we had to put our money together and bury one of your people. So what you should do is y'all should get together, organize, and so you will be able to bury one of your own by yourself, or at least lead the way of the expenses and so forth. Right? Now that
won't happen. You know why?
Why?
Because the dude collecting money ain't trying to let nothing go.
But you know what I'm saying, though? It would have been more valid or more effective if it was more of a teaching tool or a teaching moment, instead of saying, aha. You know what I'm saying? So,
but look at how we look at the Hebrew Israelites, right? And even the Kemetic community or whatever the hell, right? Now, you look at the smallest Christian church, you would have a better, more civilized way of life being in a goddamn corner store church. Them churches made out of corner stores and shit. You'd be better off in one of them than fucking around with one of these goddamn Hebrew Israelites and shit.
Damn.
You die, no nigga's gonna bury you. That corner store church gonna bury your ass. If you was a member of that church and you paid your tithe,
that's
they're
true.
gonna bury your ass.
That's true, because a few months back,
Bun Lawyer. Look at him. He was an elder. He was one of the top goddamn Israelites of the world, nigga. There wasn't nobody badder than that man. Go look, Bond Lawyer. Go look up that nigga on YouTube and see what he was talking about. He was not playing. He was a Hebrew Israelite for real. And that man died, and they couldn't bury him. If you look at where they buried him at, it looked like they buried his ass on a goddamn construction site. And they had to go find money to bury him. Nathaniel from IUIC was bragging about that. They paid most of the money for the funeral.
But that's not a Hebrew thing or a Kemetic thing or a Christian thing. That's a black thing. Most black people most black families don't have life insurance or don't have savings enough to bury themselves. So that could be any.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when I saw the video, I just saw of Michael Edwards picking points, and I believe, like you said, he's picking his points to draw attention, to get a reaction from certain people.
Yeah, that's Michael Edwards.
That's what he's doing. So
yeah, that's how he did it.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like, okay. I mean, to me, I don't really get it. But as I talk to you, I was like, okay, I get it. Right? Some things just put out there just to get an attention to start a conversation, or you like the Muhammad Ali and phrase, you trying to get in the ring, so you go hype it up to get the motherfucker's attention. So either you go run, or I'm gonna keep antagonizing you until you finally jump in the ring with me. I get it.
Yep.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt you, but you're absolutely right. What happened with that girl who died in IUIC?
Ain't nobody talking about her ass no more.
Oh, she's just old news. She's just chopped liver.
Old news. Sad to say.
You know what's funny? I don't know if you reminisce this or you remember this. Do you remember how a tragedy would happen and then it would go on for years as far as like, wow, this happened, like, for example, Susan Smith, or do you remember Susan Smith from back in the day? She put her kids inside of a she was a white lady that put her kids inside of a car and then let the car roll into a lake and drown the kids. And then she told the police that a black man hijacked the car.
Yep, I remember.
Do you remember that story?
I remember that. Yep.
I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
there was a black woman that actually did it though. There was a black woman that actually drove her kids.
Yeah, she did it and then told the cops that a black man did it. So okay, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because now we live in a time where something horrific or something unspeakable can happen, and in a short period of time we're like, meh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where okay, this is supposed to be a sanctuary for Israelites. This is supposed to be a refuge, a place of safety, and then somebody ends up dead. And then people just sweep it under the rug.
Yep. That's how I go down. That's what they do, bro. That's what I be saying. How all these brothers that be in these groups, brother, sister, and all this shit, let something happen, them niggas forget you like they never even knew you. But be all up in your face, brother this, brother that. You know what I'm saying? They be all in your damn face. As soon as they find out some bullshit, they out the door. They leave brother right where he at while they go on continue with their life. They're not gonna go get brother or go get sister and be like, yo, they wilding out over here. This is some bullshit. Yo, we need to get the fuck up out of here. They're not gonna do that. So that tells you their intentions from the goddamn rip. I be looking at motherfuckers crazy, all that brother and the op shit. Somebody put in the ONR chats the other day, if I had a cause and stuff, would y'all donate? It was crickets. There was crickets in the chat and shit. It was crickets. Crickets and liars.
Well, another thing, it's out. Okay, I wanted to bring this up. This is important because I heard you go on Chris Harris's live stream when he was talking about his cousin that got shot. Correct?
I think he was. I didn't hear that whole thing.
Okay. I think yeah.
The thing was on the thing that happened in Memphis.
Memphis, correct? Yes. So I was listening to that, and I didn't
really hear the part about it, but I just heard.
Okay. I believe that's what I heard, that Chris's relative or family member was him who was involved in that situation. So
I think he just used that. It was just he used his cousin as an example. I could be wrong though, but I don't think the incident that happened was his cousin.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood that or misheard. Okay, but what he was saying in response to that was that the police had patience before they decided to drop him, right? Hello?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
I know Dad, continue the show. Don't just let y'all know right now. Just to let you know. Just in case it happens.
I'm sorry?
If I go off the air by any chance, my signal drops or something, just keep the show going.
Okay. All right. So this is where I start analyzing the situation with what happened recently. Okay. Now the black protesters, they're out there saying that this is police brutality, Black Lives Matter, protesting. But where was the energy, or where were the protesters when Nipsey Hussle got shot? Because, if it comes to Black Lives Mattering, wasn't it a black life that got killed by another black life by the name of Eric Holder? And then, the reaction is, well, let's just make murals and paintings and put them all over Los Angeles. And, that's the response. But then when a situation arises where there's a person who is known, issue within the community where he's wilding out, and he brandishes his weapon, and then law enforcement has to make a decision whether they want to go home or possibly get shot by this person. And they're going to be like, they want to go home. And the thing is, all this ideology with being an Israelite, how does that translate into a boots on the ground situation? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to. That's exactly why I'm on here, and I'm trying to also tie in with what you're saying. Like, you're not, at some point you're gonna have to think on your feet and stop following leaders, because say that this person was in IUIC, how would they help someone who has issues with law enforcement and behavioral issues, like just issues with authority? There are people who are like cop magnets out there. They're like always in trouble, they're always getting arrested. So how does that translate? And do camp leaders really care? Or they only care about,
they don't.
Not at all.
I said an incident once where a brother, he's a captain now. He's a captain in IUIC. He might be even higher rank than that now. Well, this crazy nigga, he gonna pass out. Goddamn heat stroke. Almost died. Fucker. He had no fluids in his system. Talking about the goddamn white man and the Indian and shit. And guess what? The nigga fall flat on his damn face. And the ambulance with the Indian and the white lady pull right up and help this motherfucking ass, right? Begging him to drink water. This nigga worried about IUIC not wanting to break a fast. They looking at you, nigga, you gonna die. And you know where Elder Nathaniel was? Far away from everybody else. And I went over to him and be like, yo, go get this dumb nigga to drink some fucking water before he died. That man looked me dead in my face and then said a goddamn word. Looked me dead in my motherfucking face and didn't say a goddamn word. That nigga was like 50 yards away from our asses and shit. Acting like he don't know what the fuck going on. But the whole crew, the whole camp is over there at the ambulance. But he way over there. Way over there. Standing by himself with that stupid ass purple ass cape. Looking like a goddamn fool.
Well, yeah, that's what's scary about it, because a lot of people follow leaders.
Goddamn thing. Remember I took my little break and shit? Where was Judah Nazareth? Judah Nazareth didn't know what happened to me. I told another brother and shit.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out. We were trying to figure out where you went.
Malachi hit me up. That was it. I ain't hear one thing from Judah Nazareth. Not one message. When I came back and checked my Facebook and checked my Google Plus and all that and YouTube and all that shit, I didn't get one goddamn fucking message. You okay? You all right? You still there, brother? I didn't get one. Not one. I'm about to put you in now, bro. That shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy. But these people, they'll never wake up to that shit. They really think like motherfuckers is really like down for their asses and shit. That shit crazy. Yup. But that's the way it goes. Let's move forward in this thing here. Yara, I sent you the is this the Yara that's supposed to debate Chris? tonight? You got the invite, bro.
Are you talking about the elder Yara?
Yeah. Yep. That's the dude that was supposed to debate Chris?
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be he's supposed to be debating Chris and somebody else. Yara, yeah, they said Yara's supposed to be debating Chris and someone else.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yep. Oh, my bad. I hit that button. Oh shit. Yeah, I heard the nigga haul ass and shit. Goddamn, now you coming on out here. Chris Harris like pop up on your ass now. But it's all good though. Welcome to the panel when you get here. But yeah, man, let's move forward in this thing. We're gonna talk about Ramses. I'll talk about the samurai thing. That's a lot quicker and stuff. Then we get into this Ramses thing. This samurai thing. Brother Lamont, he's been a member of the Torah Knights. I know he knows about this. Well, how Judah NATZARAH tried to push this whole Japanese Israelite doctrine when he first came around.
Yeah, I recall.
And he, the first Japanese Israelites, that bullshit, and the black samurai, and samurai is really Hebrew, and all this fucking crazy shit, right? Now, how many brothers actually read up on these samurais?
I think none.
None.
Nobody.
Because if they did, they would have said, oh, hell no. First thing they would have said was, oh, hell no. I'm going to read something here. Let's share my screen for a second. I'm going to get into the lifestyle of these samurais and what it was all about. And you guys are going to be pretty shocked at the things that we witnessed Judah NATZARAH do and how a lot of this stuff all ties in with each other. Okay, screen here. All right. Fuck, I should do this. Okay, look it up. All right, let's do this here. There we go. Got all these desktops open. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Oh no.
Let's read a little bit about these. You're gonna read a little bit about these samurais.
You want me to read? I can read.
Go ahead. You good read.
All right. We can't clearly say if all samurai were homosexuals. We only know that they were extremely open-minded when it comes to sexual relations and do not see it something wrong or unnatural. Much like the Greek Spartans, other warrior culture, the samurai not only accepted the presence of same-sex relations in their culture, they actively encouraged them.
Right. So, if these people consider themselves Israelites, and we're going to get to the bottom of it when he talks about that Yasuke on that person and stuff, and he claims that he's an Israelite. We're going to find out where that man actually was from. So we're going to go on, Lamont. If you can continue reading, please.
Sure. These relationships were generally formed between an experienced samurai and a youth he was training, very much like the Spartans. The practice was known as Waka Shudo, the way of the youth. All members of the samurai class, from the lowliest warrior to the highest lord, were engaged in it. Indeed, it has been said that it would never have been questioned of Daimyo Lord why we took boys as lovers, but why he didn't. He might have faced some embarrassing questions if he didn't engage in it. Samurai
Wow.
often had younger male lovers who were apprenticed to them in order to learn how to become samurai. The older partner, wow. The older partner in the role of ninja would teach the wakeshu martial skills, warrior etiquette, and the samurai code of honor, while his desire to be a good role model for this wakashi would lead him to behave more honorably himself. Thus, the Shudo relationship was considered to have a mutually ennobbing effect, much like the Spartans. In addition, both parties were expected to be loyal unto death and to assist in feudal duties and in honor-driven obligations such as duels and vendettas.
Nice.
Although sex between the couple was expected to end when the boy came of age, the relationship would ideally develop into a lifelong bond of friendship. At the same time, sexual activity with women was not barred for either party. And once the boy came of age, both were free to seek other wakashu lovers. The history is roughly as follows. Okay. In the 1100s, we see the first mention of Kukai as the father of Nanshiku Kukai, or as was known after his death, Kobo Dashi. The great master from Kobo was the founder of the Japanese branch of Vajrayana Buddhism, founding the esoteric Shingon school in the year 816 at Mount Koya after his return from China, where he received the teachings and transmission from the sixth patriarch. Great as his religious and linguistic achievements were, he also translated the sacred text from Chinese to Japanese and devised the first Japanese alphabet. We have no basis to credit him with the introduction of male love as well. Nonetheless, legend has it that he learned about the joys of Nanshuko in China, universally renowned from ancient times for its rich homoerotic tradition, ranging from imperial favorites at the court to sanctioned boy marriages for the commoners, and then implanted the practice in Japan upon his return. Indeed, Mount Koya became synonymous with Shudo in the poetry and prose of medieval Japan. Although Wakoshudo was considered a fundamental aspect of the way of the samurai, history has kept relatively quiet about it. Pop culture depicts of samurai ushered. Oh, sorry, I can't see after that. Is that it? That can't be it. Hello?
And by.
Okay. Although Wakashudo was considered a fundamental aspect of the way of the samurai, history has kept relatively quiet about it. Pop culture depictions of samurai ushered in by director Akira Kurosawa and his trusted actor Toshiro Mifune have never addressed this fact either. So
there you go.
Samurais were homosexuals, and they had boys as like their apprentices, and Oh wow.
Now,
Okay.
Judah Nazareth made a claim, says that Killah Bee watches child porn.
Right.
Which he has no claims, no evidence, or anything. This is off the top, freestyling off the top of his head. Now, the only thing that he's trying to, bearing false witness, of course. He says that I was alone in a chat. Wait, did I record that shit? Damn, I did record that motherfucker, I think. I look for that shit a little bit. Where he says it. That wait, hold on, fuck that. I gotta find this shit. Hold on 1 second. But y'all see with your own eyes. So why was this man pushing that shit so hard? Like he was pushing that Japanese samurai shit hard as fuck.
Yes, he was.
And now in Japan, and his wife's supposed to be from a line of samurais, and he don't know that? And he don't know that?
No, he knows.
Hot damn, man. Hot damn. So I got that shit. I could have swore I fucking... Did I? Is this it? Weird ass nigga and shit. This might be it. This weird ass nigga.
Well, this is also considered to be child abuse.
Nah, I don't think I. Whoa.
Would you agree, Killah? Like this is more child abuse than anything, right?
Yeah, child abuse. Because you manipulating the motherfucker.
Oh damn, you cutting out. You there?
Yeah, because you sitting there, you doing what you want with a kid. Because the kid want to learn. Just like the kid want to learn the Torah. So all types of shit to him. Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
I hear you now. Yeah, you're clear now. Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, Judah Nazareth said he get all these young boys. Now, first he want to say that he caught me in a chat with a young boy, right? Now, this is a chat that Shami, we're all in a group chat. And we're like, yeah, he gets his idea. Yeah, let's fuck with Judah Nazareth and shit, right? So this is when I got him for the copyright and stuff for using my material and shit, right? So he puts Judah Nazareth in a chat. I said, don't put him in the main chat that we in. Make another one. So he makes another one and stuff with had Chris in there. We had Christian in there. Willie Grits was in there. Some more people was up in there, right? So I come in there and I put the strike thing up, right? And I didn't think before I put it in there. Actually, you know what? It might have been the main chat. And then he switched it over afterwards. Because I got mad at Shamian for putting them in there, and I forgot that I had posted the thing in there, right? No, the Judah Nazareth business what we doing. So I come in there, he's talking to a young brother, Yaquab. And so Yaquab's probably like, I don't know how old he is exactly. He might be 18, 19 or something like that. Right? He might be 17, I don't know. But he's in college, so I'm not sure what his first year in college. But we're all in there. So Judah Nazareth makes this claim online that it was just me in there with him, right? Now, then he turns around to say less than a minute later that, yeah, there was a bunch of people in there. So if you caught me all alone talking to a young boy, but you said there was a whole bunch of people in there, including you, because when I came in there, you were having a long conversation with him, and he was beating your ass up with the scriptures to the point where you didn't want to talk about the scriptures anymore. Right? So point I want to make here is Torah Nights was known to have young boys in Torah Nights, especially underage boys in Torah Nights. If you can remember, Lamad, did you was you in Torah Nights when Ron Harrell and like Benny Man, Ira, and all of them was in there?
Yes.
And that dude, Jason,
Yes.
Yakal or whatever.
Yes.
All those dudes was mine when they came in.
Correct.
Those brothers was mine.
Correct.
Little boy. Even had the young Haitian kid. He goes by Simeon or something. He was like a little spy for Al-Azhar and shit. That shit was funny. He a cool dude. Shout out that dude. He was even in there. He was still in high school. And a lot of the other brothers are still in high school. So, Judah, where did you find these kids to join Torah Nights? Where did you find them? And when they didn't do what you wanted them to do, what happened? Here come the slander. Like he slandered Brother Lamad. He slandered me. He slandered Chris. He slandered David Israel, saying that David Israel watched tranny porn. What proof do you have of that? Tell me, please. Oh yeah, welcome to the panel, Elder Yara.
Shalom, peace to your family.
Yep, shalom, brother, shalom. Yeah, so you got all types of fuckery shit like that. But now it comes right back on Judah Nazareth's head. Why are you teaching brothers that the Japanese people are Israelites, and that's our people and that's our heritage? He was teaching us that's our heritage. He was showing these pictures of these old rusty Japanese people. And now let's get into this, and I'm gonna sing those a little better. Let me get into this right here. All right. We'll get to that. We might get to that later. Right now, we're going to get over to. Now, if you pull up anything on this guy, you're going to see the same, pretty much the same cut and paste on every site. Along with what Lamont just read about the samurai. You're going to see that everywhere you go. Okay. Now, I don't want you to read this whole, there's a lot of shit to read right here. So basically this guy right here, Yasuke, was a retainer of African origin who served under the Sengoku period Japanese, the Mayo Oda Nobunaga. Yasuke arrived in Japan in 1579 in the service of Italian Jesuit missionary, right? Alessandro Vallegano, visitor of missions of the Indies in India. Yasuke was present during the Hanoji incident. The forced suicide on June 21st, 1582 of Oda Nobunaga at the hand of his samurai general, Ichi, by some to have been the first African Nobunaga had ever seen. But he was one of the many Africans who have come to Japan during the Naban trade, right? So this guy was accompanied by some white folk and shit. And they came on over to Japan. And this guy, his name, I just read his name, Oda Nobunaga, I bet that's how you pronounce his name, taught him to be a samurai. And I'm gonna see if I can find it here. I didn't read this yet, but I know it's in there. But it goes on to say that his trainer was a homosexual. What was going on? You think it was like, oh, I'm an Israelite. I ain't down with that, nigga. Now, Yasuke might have been a member of the Yao people. And for more inland areas of Mozambique, Yao people were just coming into contact with the Portuguese at the time, which might account for his name. That is, Yao added to the common Japanese male name suffix, Yasuke. According to another theory, Yasuke was a Habshi from Ethiopia. Thomas Lockley suggests that this theory is most convincing. Like Yasuke and Habshi were called Kafir by the Portuguese. They were well-built and skilled soldiers, unlike other East Africans who suffered from famine. According to this theory, the original name might be the Ethiopian Isaki. Well, I don't know how to pronounce that. Derived from Isaac. Yasufi was also used as a surname in Ethiopia. It was possible that Yasuke was a Dinka from the South Sudan. He was famous for his high skin. The Dinka people were among the tallest in Africa and had darker skin than Ethiopians. Eritreans, adult Dinka men had a ritual custom of drawing rated faces. No account of Yasuke having face patterns was recorded. In Dinka, Yasuke was literally while a child, enslaved while a child. Okay. It was black. I was trying to get to the meat of what I was wanted to bring out. But as we see it, this man was African. This was an African man, not an Israelite. Not an Israelite. And it happened to him in Japan. So around to say the black people started samurais and all that bullshit. I'm showing right here.
Oh, did Killah drop off? Are you back? Are you back? Can I don't think we. Oh, you back?
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do on this. I just hit the nail on the fucking. That there ain't really much else to say about this shit. Really ain't that much.
What's going on, Killah? Brother Heru, what's going on with you, man?
Yeah, what's going
on, Elder?
Nothing much, man. Just chilling. So, are you saying that there's no reference or there's no Israelite communities in Japan?
What do you mean by Israelite communities? You talking about Hebrew Israelites in Japan?
Yes, Israelites. Actual
like GMS in Japan?
No, not at all. Actual Japanese born blood Israelites.
No.
No what?
No.
What are you saying? No.
There's Jewish people over there, if you want to say that. So are you saying
they're
Israelites
they're
as in
Japanese?
Black people, like how we are today, over there practicing?
Are you saying they're Jewish Japanese people?
Yeah, there's Jewish Japanese people. Yeah.
Jewish Japanese people.
Yeah, they're there. There's Jewish Japanese people. There's Japanese people that follow the Jewish faith over there, but they're not from original Japan following it. How can I reword that? They're not native Jewish Japanese people.
Are you sure? You're sure about that?
You know what I mean? They're Jewish as in being converted.
Oh, you think they're only converts?
To Judaism.
You think they're only converts?
Yeah. I'm saying that the Jewish people that are in Japan today are converted to that.
Oh, they're
this how when you see the Jewish people in India are converts. The Jewish people that are in what's that New Guinea are converts.
Wait a minute, are you sure about that?
The ones in Africa are also converts.
And you're sure about that?
I'm positive.
Well, you have.
I'm positive.
Well, you have the.
I've seen sources from the people's mouths themselves saying that there are converts.
Well, you have people. There are groups of people.
Now, see what would happen.
Did he fall off?
No, I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
I mean, there are actual people living in India who do not claim to be converts, but to be actual descendants of the tribe of Manasseh. Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
So you will still say that they're converts?
Who told them that?
They told themselves
and
that.
They say. They say themselves. Okay, and yes. What do they practice?
What do you mean? What do they practice? They practice their form. They practice their own form of religion, but that still doesn't change the fact that they claim to be descendants of the children of Manasseh.
So they observe the Sabbath and everything, right? Am I correct?
They observe what they do. I think they have a conflation of what they do as far as ritualistic practices. But it has nothing to do with.
All right, but you're saying that they're Jews.
Because no, I'm not saying that they're Jews at all. That's not what I'm saying. Because see, anyone could be.
So that's it. That's the end of it right there.
Anyone could be a Jew.
If they claim to be from Manasseh, that means they would be Jews and they would be practicing.
That means they would.
They wouldn't consider themselves.
No,
Manasseh.
Listen to me, brother. That means they would be Israelites. See, people don't understand what Jew.
Now that's the one West. Like harsh.
No, brother. People don't understand what Jew and Jewish means. Right? Anyone could be a Jew through conversion.
Okay, explain to me what Jew and Jewish means.
Anyone can be a Jew through conversion. Jew is really specifically and first to a geographical location, which is Idea or Judea, right? So anyone from that land could be a Jew. Anyone can be considered a Jew through Judaism, through conversion.
Okay, but how could you be from the tribe of Manasseh and consider yourself a Jew?
You can't. This is what I'm telling you. You're an Israelite.
Do they call themselves Israelites?
They call themselves children of Manasseh.
And what do they call themselves in faith?
They call themselves children of Manasseh. They have their own faith. But regardless of what faith that they
do they practice? Do they read the Torah?
That does not.
Do they read the Torah?
That does not make one an Israelite, whether or not they read the Torah or not.
So how they know about Manasseh if they never read the Torah?
Their lineage.
Show me the right. You have
their bloodline. See, listen.
I know what you're talking about.
Listen.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Through their ancestry. It has nothing to do with what's written in a book.
Because that's the only place Manasseh is.
No, it's not, son. No, it's not. No, it's not.
All right, where else is it?
Through oral tradition.
What else was it written?
Through oral tradition.
The oral tradition.
Through
that means there's no
tradition.
proof.
That is not. How's oral tradition not proof?
That don't make no sense. That shit don't make no sense.
Wait a minute. Slow down right there. How do you equate oral tradition with not being proof?
Because anybody can say it.
But how do you equate it? How is that equated? Hold on, brother.
Listen, bro.
How is that equated with not being?
I seen the documentary on it, brother.
I don't care what
that they were converted.
That has nothing to do with what I'm asking you. You're sidestepping my question.
I didn't. I'm not sidestepping.
Yes, you are. I'm saying, how does oral tradition, in your understanding, not equates to conversion? I don't understand that. So how do you? I mean, so you basing that on what? You base that on not.
So do you follow?
You said oral tradition is not. You said oral traditions are not proof. It's not
in the Talmud.
What? You're breaking up.
Come from oral.
You said what?
Am I correct?
You said what? He's breaking
the Talmud.
What about the Talmud?
Do you observe the Mishnah and the Talmud?
No.
I said, do you observe the Mishnah? Do you observe it?
Not the Talmud,
Why
not the Mishnah and the Talmud, because that's not our heritage. That's the Babylonian belief system.
Why not?
Because that's Babylonian.
How isn't it?
It's a Babylonian. Do you understand? Listen to what I'm telling you. That's a Babylonian oral tradition.
Do you know that there's more than one Talmud?
There's a Jewish Talmud.
Do you know that there's more than one Talmud?
Yes, there's a Jewish Talmud that was written in 600 AD. That was written in 600 AD. Listen, that was written in 600 AD. The Jewish Talmud. Do you observe that one? No, that's not our.
Do you observe that one?
Absolutely not. That's not our tradition.
Why not?
Because that is not our people.
Why not?
That's not our people, and that's not our oral tradition.
Why? Explain how it isn't.
I'll explain. Let me explain to you very clearly and very carefully. Okay. We know for a fact, right? In documented history, many secondary sources and some primary sources as well, that the tradition of Black Hebrews or Black Israelites, right, existed well before 600 AD. By the time you said what?
Do you have any proof of that?
Yeah, I have strong secondary sources of it, yes, and proof of it as well.
Do you have any first-hand sources that you can present
I wasn't
to us
there.
today?
I can't give you a first-hand source. I wasn't there.
Right,
but I can give you some eyewitness.
So you don't know that.
But I can give you some absolutely. I can give you eyewitness sources. I can give you sources. Yeah, I can give you eyewitness sources of people who seen and wrote about Black Israelites. Absolutely. That's
so what's the difference between the Jewish people now and the Jewish people before, if they ever existed?
They never were. They never were those people. That's why.
How can you prove that?
Oh, it's very easy, because we know for a fact that the people who claim to be Israelis today, we have sources and facts. We can follow their genealogy. We can track them. Those people are of German.
Where did they come from?
Those people are of German descent.
Okay, they're from Germany. Okay, they lived in Germany. This is how we live in America today.
Well, actually, no, not we.
Where did they come from originally?
Well, this is what I'm telling you. From what we understand and what we know.
Were they created in Germany?
No, they weren't created in Germany.
Were they created in Germany?
No, they weren't created in Germany. These people who
where did they originate?
They originated from Gaul.
Where did they originate?
From Gaul. We know who these people were. We know who these people were. From Gaul. Do you know Gaul in the Bactria? Do you know who those people are? The Gauls in the Bactria and the Visigoths? We know who those people are. We know who those people in Germany were who lived in the Danube Valley region, in the Rhinelands. We know who those people were and who those people are.
Okay.
This is why.
How long they been there?
Is why. Wait a minute. This is why.
How long have they been there?
They've been there for at least what we know during at least 900. I say going back to the Khazarian Empire or the Rush Empire. We know they've been there at least since 600 AD.
So you're saying that they're Khazarians?
You said what?
Is that what you're saying?
They are Khazarians.
So you're saying that they're Khazarians?
They are Khazarians.
So where do you what proof do you have of that?
What proof do we have of that?
What proof do you have of that?
The proof that we have, as far as the Khazarians are concerned, we know the Khazarian Empire was a sect of the Rus Empire, R-U-S, right? This is the people who they connected themselves to. This is a fact of history, right?
Okay.
So the Khazarians were of the Rus Empire. Rus is what we know to be Russia today. These are the same people in that land. They can trace their lineage. This is why Adolf Hitler had such an issue with these people.
They also traced their lineage to Israel.
You said what? You said what?
They also traced their lineage to Israel. They also traced their lineage to Israel.
Well, they can't trace their lineage to Israel, and I'll tell you why they can't. Listen, they can. They have what?
Why they can't?
Because they cannot.
They have Jewish names.
They're what?
Descended from those people.
They have what? I can barely
They consider themselves descended.
They can say that
they have Jewish names.
They can say that they have this. They can say that they're descendants.
But they have
just like you can say you're a descendant of.
They don't have the names.
Just like you can say you're a descendant of Africa, but you don't have an African name.
How do you get that?
You can say you're a descendant of Africa, but you don't have an African name. Right,
because we were taken from there.
What?
Right, but there's a reason why we have American name
exactly.
or our English last name.
Exactly.
There's a reason
and
for
it's the reason why they have Jewish, and it's the reason why they have. It's the reason why they have
a Jewish name.
It's the reason why they have Jewish.
What's the reason that they have a Jewish name?
That's right. It's the reason why they have.
So Jewish. Were they enslaved by Israelites?
Nope, they were converted through conversion.
I'm asking you, where did their Jewish name come from?
Through conversion.
Can you prove that?
Absolutely, we can prove that.
How?
If you study Charlemagne,
you have to show us the source on that, sir.
Listen, if you study Charlemagne, King Charlemagne, during the time of the Ottoman Empire. Listen, I'm telling you, if you listen, during the Ottoman Empire, during the time of the Ottoman invasion and the Crusades were occurring, you had the Rus Empire, or the Khazarian Empire, was basically, and for the lack of a better term, caught in the middle of that. And so what they decided to do was, and this is documented history, what they decided to do was they decided to stay neutral. They decided to stay neutral. If you study the if you study the history of Charlemagne, they will tell you, King Charlemagne, they will tell you who these people were. Also, if you study Tacitus in 110 CE, he'll tell you about these people that they quote unquote call them Idumeans, right? Or what some would call Edomites, but they were Idumeans. But if you study Tacitus in 110 CE, he'll write and he'll tell you that the Idumeans were converts, right? Because they were descended from the people, they were descended from Edomites, through, and who these same people were, we would consider the Herodian dynasty.
And they came through what?
What?
And to be able to convert, what they had to come through.
What do you mean to be what they had to come through?
They were in the temples.
You said what?
Were they not in the temples?
You said in the temples?
They came through Jewish women, didn't they?
No,
they came
Israelite women. No, they did not. No.
They didn't come through Israelite women?
No, they married.
They were marrying Israelite women.
They did not. Listen, brother.
That's false.
Listen, no, they
You're
did not.
absolutely crazy.
No, they did not. They married into. Listen, you're not listening. The Herodian dynasty.
Exactly.
Listen, the Herodian dynasty, in order to become part of the Jewish hierarchy or the Hebrew hierarchy, they married into the family. You understand?
Thank you.
They married into.
Thank you.
Okay,
so how does that not make them a Jew? So how does that not
that's what I just
Israelite?
said. That's a Jew. That's a
If they
Jew.
married
Anybody
into
can be a Jew, but that's through conversion.
So the Israelite. So
That's
the
through
Israelites
conversion.
then.
That's not an Israelite.
So the Israelite.
That's not
They
an
came
Israelite.
into by marriage.
That's not
By
an
marriage.
Israelite. See, because you can't get the lineage
Why
does
is
not
it
go
not?
through women.
Why is it not?
Because it
Why
doesn't
is it
go
not?
through women. You can't be an Israelite by marrying an Israelite
Can you
woman.
prove that? Can
That's
you prove that it don't go through women?
Absolutely, we can.
Show me.
Are you serious?
Show me in the scriptures right now that you can't be a woman, that you can't be an Israelite coming through a woman.
If you
Show it to me right now.
If you marry an Israelite woman, that does not make you an Israelite.
Show me.
That's easy. You want a scripture? I'll take you right to it, brother. I'll take you right to it. Because I'm sure you're familiar with the seed of the father doctrine. Or are you not?
Exactly. Doctrine. Show me.
I'm finna show you in the scripture. Let me read it for you, son. That's easy work, brother. Easy work. It's in the book of Numbers. I'm gonna pull up a couple of them for you. It's easy work.
Well, we got another part
of
the show. You get that already.
Oh, I got
and
it.
We
You ready?
Back to you, unless you got it right now.
I got it right now. This is Numbers. This is
lay it on me.
Slow on, bro.
Lay it on.
All good. Slow down, bro. You're a little anxious. This is number one. This is the book of Numbers, chapter 1. It says, the Lord spoke to Moses in the meeting tent. This was in the desert of Sinai. It was on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites left Egypt. He said to Moses, verse 2, count all the Israelites. List the name of each man with his family and his family group. You and Aaron must count the men of Israel who are 20 years old or older. These are all the men who are able to serve in the army of Israel. List them by their divisions. One man from each tribe will help you. This man will be the leader of his tribe. These are the names of the men who will stand up and with you. So this is one scripture that tells us, in one chapter actually, that tells us that the Israelites only counted their families through the male seed. And we have one other account where Moses even makes an amendment for the Israelite women whose father had passed away and they had no male left in their family to pass on his inheritance. So the women would have lost their inheritance. So Moses makes an amendment and says, look, we would allow you to keep your father's inheritance, but you have to marry a man. No, brother, listen to what I'm saying. No, listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm telling you. This ain't one West doctrine. I'm giving you what the scripture says. One West didn't come up with that. One West didn't come up with that. Okay? They didn't create that. That was written well before them.
So who created
it? It was written.
Who was doing it before that?
What do you mean who was doing it before that? Let me tell you who was doing it before that. The Assyrians did it. The Sumerians did it. Matter of fact, in Kemet, they did it. Shall I prove that to you as well? We can go to the Papyrus of Eunice, and they will tell you that any inheritance the inheritance of any man or any woman was to be passed down to the son. That's how the family was counted by the male.
Leader. That's what you read. A man leader, not nationality. Leaders.
What are you talking about? This said Israelites. What are you talking about?
Not
Is that
nationality,
bro? Is Israelites a nationality? Yes or no? What are you talking about?
Israelites never existed, my friend.
What are you talking about? You're trying to make a circular argument, a non sequitur. You can't win, bro.
Name one group of people that.
What are you talking about?
You lose already because you read a scripture.
I read a scripture. They counted the men. They only counted the men.
I asked you.
What you even in America today?
Read it again to yourself.
What are you?
Read it.
What are you talking about? You read it to yourself.
That
anyone knows
I've been reading over 20 years,
bro.
Anyone, 20 years.
Bro, anyone knows this, bro. That's basic information.
No. You can't say anyone knows this. You have to show proof.
I just showed you.
Anyone knows this, don't fly over here.
I just showed you. What are you talking about? I don't care what you think it ain't flying.
Be honest.
They was counted. Israel was only counted by the men.
Let's ask the chat. We're going to ask the chat. Did this brother answer my question?
You said what? Show you where they was counted. Israel was only counted by the men.
You had a chance.
And I just showed you, bro. You can sit up there and try to deny it.
Now you're dealing with me. You're not gonna run with me. Chat.
Bro, you terrible, bro. Hold on. I got something else for you. You ain't really ready. I thought you was ready. Let me bring you to something else.
No, you're not ready.
Let me bring you to something else. Let me bring you to something else. Let me bring you to something else. Well, you terrible. I see what you do a lot of huffing and puffing, bro. Let's go to Numbers 27 so I can shut you down real quick, bro. Let's do this. This
is the same shit.
This easy work. This easy work. This easy work. You say I'm finna read him the same thing. This is easy work. Let me do this for you, bro. Numbers 27. I'm going to read you verses 1 through 11. Easy work, bro. The daughters of Zelophehad, of Hefer, the son of Gilead, the son of Makar, the son of Manasseh, belonged to the clans of Manasseh, son of Joseph. The names of the daughters were Mahlah, Noah, Haglah, Miklah, and Tirzah. They came forward and stood before Moses. Eleazar, the priest, the leaders, the whole assembly at the entrance to the tent of the meeting, and said, in verse 3, our father died.
You still there with me, bro?
Listen very carefully. Can you hear me?
You still with me here?
Okay.
I heard you.
Okay.
He's still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. Could you read me Deuteronomy 26?
Are you listening, bro?
Please.
Are you listening?
I heard
you. Said
you read the same shit you read before.
I'm listening.
You read the same goddamn thing you read before.
No, it's not, bro. Listen to me. No, it's not the same thing.
I think you're done.
Are you slow, or do you just like to hear yourself talk? Can I finish reading my verse?
Both. Highlight that. And I'm still whipping your ass tonight. Both.
Can I finish reading the verse? What you scared of, bro?
Go ahead. Read it.
Man, are you slow or something? Man, he says, our father, he says that these are the daughters. Listen, bro.
You come over here.
Hey, bro, listen. Listen to what I'm telling you, son.
Brother, read the scripture.
If you be quiet.
Brother, read the scripture.
If you be
quiet. All right, you said Deuteronomy chapter 26?
No, this is my show.
Hey, let me finish reading, bro.
All right, go ahead. Since you don't want to read it, I'll put you on mute since you won't shut up.
Now you're going to mute me. You're not going to let me finish reading the scripture.
Lamar.
Slow, man.
Yeah, what's Deuteronomy chapter 26?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, where at?
26 and 5.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 26 and 5, and it says, then you shall call out and say before the Most High, your Elohim, an Aramean tried to destroy my forefather. He descended to Egypt and sojourned there few in number, and there he became a nation, great, strong, and numerous. The Egyptians mistreated us and afflicted us, and placed hard work upon us. Then we cried out to the Most High, our Elohim of our forefathers, and he heard, and the Most High heard our voice.
What did you read in the beginning? What version are you reading?
Oh, sorry, this is the stones.
Oh, that's the stones. And what did the stones say?
Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 5.
Yeah, because the other one says, and you shall make response for the Lord your God. A wandering Armenian was my father.
Oh, okay.
And he went down into Egypt and sojourned there.
Okay, the stone says, then you shall call out and say before the Most High, your Elohim. And Aramean tried to destroy my forefather. He descended to Egypt and sojourned there, few in number, and there he became a nation, great, strong, and numerous. The Egyptians mistreated us and afflicted us. I'm sorry?
I said, I'm going to look into that. Because a lot of different translations and stuff say something different. Said my father was this said my father was a fugitive Armenian. My father was a wandering Armenian.
Aramean. There we go.
Aramean.
Yeah.
Oh, I said Armenian. My bad. I said Armenian.
Let me check the Oxford.
But I think Armenian is the same thing as Armenian, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, really?
I could be mistaken.
Let me see. Deuteronomy chapter 26, verse 5 in the Oxford edition. Let me see what it says.
King James, Basil saying, my father was a Syrian.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 5 in the Oxford, it says, I'll start at 4. It says, when the priest takes the basket from your hand and sets it down before the altar of the Lord your Elohim, you shall make this response before the Most High your Elohim. A wandering Aramean was my ancestor. He went down into Egypt and lived there as an alien, few in number, and there he became a great nation, mighty and populous. A wandering Aramean was my ancestor. Wow, okay. I glossed over that the first time I read this. Hello?
Israelite.
Repeat that?
But my point is, this dude. No, you don't have to repeat it. Thanks, Basil, for that scripture. What the dude was trying to do was something I've been doing over 20 years. It's just bullshit scripture. Like, okay, they taught you in One West that your father is which the man is the head of the household. But the whole nationality thing, well, your father, it gotta come from your father's seed. That comes out of One West. And this is another thing I wanted to talk to tonight before I came up with the other topics. Also, so that's good that this came up. We're still seeing people that leave the so-called Israelites, but still keep their doctrines. Judah Nazareth is one. You know what I'm saying? Sakari is one that supposedly left the One West teachings. There are a bunch of GOCC, but you still see them IUIC, the same thing. You still see them both.
Right. They're very similar.
Embracing One West doctrine straight out of Arya's mouth.
Yeah.
Another one, right? We got Judah Nazareth talking about, and this fucking 12 tribes chart. What about Deuteronomy 28? That's the One West doctrine.
Yeah.
So if you throwing out the 12 tribes chart, you got to throw out Deuteronomy 28. But they'll shit on Arya. They'll shit on Abba Bivens. So shit on their doctrine completely then. Not just pick and choose what you want to do to make your little bread. And during the night talking about he ain't making no money. He ain't trying to make no money. Nigga, you told me I cashed a $2,000 check from YouTube. The fuck out of here. Right from the horse's mouth, I heard it. And I got all the transcripts of all our texts. I got all of them. Don't make me search and find out that you said that shit in the text, nigga. Because your ass will be on blast. If not, the only proof I got is word of mouth. I'll look. I will look. I will look. And you better hope that I don't find that. You better hope. But that's what, like, these people, like, this whole shit with the tribe of Manasseh. I got into this with Hammerhead Adasa. The same shit. When she's trying to say these Indians are Israelites and shit. And I went right to the thing, and those motherfuckers became Israelites when the fucking white man got there and told them. That's when the fuck they became Israelites. Talking about we from the tribe of Manasseh. Fuck out of here. But you ask them what they is, they'll say Jews. I just say, if you're from the tribe of Manasseh, you can't be a Jew. If you're from the tribe of Ephraim, you can't be a Jew. These niggas is crazy. YouTube is... bring your ass in here, Trey Tell. Let's see if we get Trey Tell up in here. He might come. He might show up. Trey Tell might show up. For me. Yeah, we gotta get into this damn mummy shit. Now, you got rid of... Oh, the nigga came back?
Who?
Somebody else? Oh, that's Willie Grits up in this motherfucker. What up, Willie Grits?
Hey, what up, guys?
Fuck you doing, Willie Grits? You games for the night?
Nah, I just woke up.
Just woke up. You already know what I'd ask you. Oh, man. Oh, shit. All right. Okay. Let's see if I get this thing here to try. Hey, Heru, you still with us here?
Oh yeah, I was listening to you and Yarago, and you talking about I was trying to look at the verse and chapter they was talking about the when he says that he counted all the men, as far as in them being the Hebrews, which looking at it from a not on either side, it doesn't definitively say that it can't be the woman, because what if it was intermarriage? You know what I'm saying? They married a Hebrew woman, the son grew up, and then they counted him because he would be a Hebrew. So, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't definitively say how they count. It just says the Hebrew men. But it doesn't say like, okay, all Hebrew men of pure blood or pure stock. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't define that.
Right. They're just saying that they're the heads.
Right.
They're going to be the leaders for this such and such thing. That shit ain't got nothing to do. That's the technology that the Israelites do. And they call themselves the goddamn war machine and shit. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga ran from Chris Harris and tried to come over here. The fuck you think was going to happen? Dummy.
But even
you're gonna try to tell
even in Egypt.
You see how the nigga trying to tell me what to do on my shit? He thought I was playing. I said, nigga, you unmute yourself and shit and run your mouth again. You out of here. So that nigga decided to do it again. That's like somebody sitting up in your shit and gonna tell you what to do up in your shit. Niggas is crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, even when he's talking about Egypt and he's talking about you know, as far as it comes down, the inheritance comes down to the son. There's documentation that talk about the stage to the throne was through the woman.
Wait, hold on. Let me say it. I don't want you to get the goddamn it. You already said it. I was trying to get all the props on that one. You took it from me.
Oh.
They had to go through an Egyptian woman.
Yeah.
To be any heir of the throne, you had to come through an Egyptian woman.
Yeah. And it's funny because they patriarch wives.
The same thing the Jews today tell you that you have to come through a Jewish woman to be a Jew.
Yeah.
They tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
So where they get it from? Where do the black Hebrew Israelites get it from? Tahar, Abba Bivens.
Yeah. Yeah. But one thing that you asked, and I was wondering, and I don't know, just asking a question, is that when he was talking about it, it seems very strong in a patrilineal way. And so when you mentioned the Torah, I was thinking about it and saying, okay, well, where in the Torah does it say that?
Yep.
Where in the Torah does it says that, you know, the thing passes down from the man? What we have is we have history written from a male dominant, misogynist perspective by certain authors. And they saying that, okay, now this is a patrilineal society or culture. But if you look in the actual records, from what I've seen and from what I've heard, I don't see that. What I see is interpretations of scriptures to say that. But the scripture don't say that, but you can say, well, you can see, like he said, like, okay, like you see, they count all the heads of the men. And then you stop there and say, well, wait, that doesn't prove anything. Well, he counted all the heads of the men. But that doesn't prove that the man was of mixed stock and had a Hebrew mom. So for instance, right? So would that mean that Abraham's sons weren't Hebrew? Weren't I mean they were Egyptian. You know what I'm saying? They weren't pure stock, so they came through the woman. But
what about
every one of them come through? Yeah. So, and that's why I think, I don't know.
What about Melchizedek, bro?
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are African people.
I know.
African motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he mentioned the Herodic kingdom, didn't he? Am I correct when he said that? The Herodic kingdom or empire?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But I don't know where he was going with that.
The empire, whatever you want to call that.
Because the Herodic empire,
Herodian empire,
a date beyond 37 BCE or BC. But when I looked at it, I only saw 37 BC, and it was a vessel of the Roman Empire. There is, I mean, I've been studying that Near East, the Levant area. I've been studying it now more than I've been studying Kemet. And I found out there's been one time where that area has been ruled or under the power of another super kingdom, like like the Syrian or the Persians. You know what I'm saying? So what time did Israel ever have this big ass empire? If you have consecutive histories of somebody ruling that whole area. I said, when did Israel pose to have this dominant and powerful empire when history shows that consecutively somebody bigger has always ran that area? They might have been vessels of something, but they weren't like no major.
And another thing too, with race, race had no, there weren't, people didn't care about race back then. That's another thing. Like, the Hebrew Israelites want to teach you that, you know what I'm saying? That they were the goddamn Israelites. Like, we were just walking around and just killing like other nations. Just to be doing
Israelite isn't a race.
Because we the apple of the Most High's.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But tell them that shit. Well, a lot of things that these niggas be teaching, they don't even know. It's like a lot of the people they learn from were the dummies and shit, or the rebels that left One West. That when they left, they didn't know shit anyway. So they try to start their own group and then leave out a lot of shit that was taught. And that's when you would see contradictions in their doctrines and shit like that. Because they didn't get the whole thing. Or they got butthurt and left and picked and choose what they wanted to stay with out of their doctrine. Like, out of the doctrine they just left. They want to pick and choose this shit. Like, you dudes are all fucked up in the head. They're all fucking brainwashed. And, like, they won't really read that shit. Like, Deuteronomy 28, at the end of 28 and shit, they said that we would try to sell ourselves. Not that we're going to be sold by some motherfuckers. That we can be sold. We can try to sell ourselves, and ain't nobody going to fucking offer to buy us or take our services, nigga. Like, you read that shit, like, it don't say, if you, like, a regular person read it, they won't see what the Hebrew Israelites teach. They won't see it. Because the Hebrew Israelite got to be on top of your fucking neck while he's showing you, see, and he's going to be real deceptive. Even like the image of Jesus or Yahushua, whatever the hell they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? Even the image, like, you look at that, that's not saying what they teach. Like, you bring it to like a school or something and have somebody read it. They're gonna read that shit and I'm not the best at like English grammar. I'll tell you that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? But somebody that knows English grammar will read that shit and then listen to what the Hebrew Israelites say about that shit. They be like, y'all niggas dumb as fuck. But they can pull that shit on niggas. Because most niggas and shit, the majority of those people that be joining these groups back then, you know what I'm saying, weren't professional people, weren't people usually with college education. Don't get me wrong, there was. There were some doctors in One West back in the day. There was goddamn motherfuckers with PhDs. You know what I'm saying, in One West. So don't get me wrong on that. But I'm saying the majority of the people weren't educated in like a lot of simple stuff that people are like more educated in today. Because you got to look at the demographic of where it started, like in New York City and Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a fucking shithole. That's like going to motherfucking Kingston, Jamaica, or a fucking like damn Haiti or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Look at the Rastafarian religion. Look how fucking retarded that shit is. The nigga that fucking made up the shit, he even said that shit some bullshit. But the niggas are still following it. Haile Selassie said, nigga, I ain't no goddamn Jesus. His damn family said, that nigga ain't no goddamn Jesus. But tell these third world niggas that. And why would them niggas comb their head? Know what I'm saying? That's how they looking at him and shit. And that's what it is. It's a hustle.
Mm-hmm. Well, anything that makes your side look good.
Yep. But yeah, let's get on this goddamn mummy.
Let's get on this damn mummy.
Let's get on this goddamn mummy and get the fuck up out of here and shit. see it. Trey Taylor in the chat laughing and shit in the Facebook chat. Come on, Trey, man. Come on here, man. Fuck around. He said Judah NATZARAH is over. He said Judah bitter as hell talking about YouTube is over. No, Judah NATZARAH, you're over. Nobody cares about that, dude. Like, we don't care. No, only y'all care about stupid shit like that. How many dynastic periods did indigenous people come and actually rule? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, what's the point? That's what I start asking that. What's your point?
Like, I'm not saying I'm Egyptian. If I had to guess, I'll be like, hell no, I ain't no goddamn. Like, if I had to guess, I ain't going around fucking looking like Jabari and shit with a goddamn fucking Space Galactica fucking battle suit. Like I fly a fucking UFO and shit. Oh, he might have been asking somebody else some shit. Somebody else arguing with his ass, I think. Where Basil at? Basil used to be the big ass right now. Had the chat going crazy. Basil don't let off a nigga. Okay, he arguing with somebody else. Good, argue with that nigga. Let's get into this goddamn fucking mummy. Goddamn mummy. Let's go with this mummy here. Share my screen. That's why I hate when motherfuckers come out of the show, want to ask for the link, then get in here and want to talk about the fuck they want to talk about. You got your own shit for that. Killah Bee show, goddammit.
Killah Bee.
Wish for goddamn wish for better.
Burn their ass up.
Bitch. Burn their motherfucking ass up, goddammit. And Willie, give him that hotline. Hit that goddamn dislike button and tell us why you mad, motherfuckers. All right, there we go. That goddamn motherfucking mummy. All right. Mr. Michael Edwards says shit. Goes on to say, this is a white man right here. All right. Now, we're going to get in a couple of things right here. This might not be the best. I had a better thing on here. I haven't got this. I wanted to do this in a video. I just never got around to it. But as you can see here, they saying the hook nose, the thin lips, and stuff, right? But look at the man. Why is my screen like that? My screen get dark when I put the cursor there. That's weird. As you can see from the top, the man looks totally different. From the side, you see that hook nose? That one got motherfuckers on that white man shit right there, right? Now, as far as with the hair, right? When you dye, your hair can change color. I haven't got a chance to research into like how they did their hair and stuff like that. I know they wore a lot of wigs. Also, having straight hair or a wavy hair really doesn't make you a Caucasian, because there are also Africans that have straight hair. As you look at the Dravidians and stuff in India. This is another thing I wanted to show right here. It's kind of merged. Check out. Where is it? Shit, I had that motherfucker and shit earlier. Where'd it go? You probably can see it in here. If you look at this black dude here, it's great. But there was another image. It was a photo, motherfucking, because the photo there was no cameras at that time. Could it be in here? Oh, it's not it. Where the fuck did I see that shit? See here. Damn, where? Oh, this is not it. There was another picture, but you can see in this one also too that this person has straight hair. Like they use a straightening comb, just like a black woman with permed hair. But there was another. It was a close-up picture. Oh man, that nigga is getting molested by some Japanese.
Oh shit! Hey, Killah, when we start talking about this mummy, right? This mummy is. Hey, this mummy is a fake. This mummy is a fake. It is. It's true. That's right. It is a white man. It's just not Ramses. And it's something that was pushed on to try to prove that white people had started Kemet or started Egypt, that they were the rulers in the area. That's where it comes from. Now, when we start talking about Ramses, we'll say that the statues of Ramses does not resemble him at all. But they'll say, oh well, they just didn't know what they were doing, and this was, we're talking about skilled people, skilled masonries, skilled sculptors, but for some reason they couldn't get his face right. That's what they'll say, right? Now, when we start talking about the Ramses, right, we know that we can start some bases. All the pharaohs of the pharaonic era were the high priest. They were very like the closest to God. They were like God in flesh. That's why a lot of them last name was Ra or Ray. Now, Egypt was in the priesthood. They were very clean. They wanted to be very clean. That's why not most of them, but in the priest, they always cut their hair. They were bald. Kids that was in the priesthood, the young kids wore a horse lock, meaning their hair was bald. Their right temple had a braid. Shaka Amos wears that, right? This right here. And then he was 90 years old. They figured 90 years old when he passed, or he was a lot older, which means that a black man would have had white or red, or anybody that would have white or gray hair, not red. But by him being a priesthood, he would have been bald. Now, they don't want to take that. We don't want to take the fact that none of his statues look like him as the mummy. You want to take the fact that he as a priest, a high priest, Ramses would have been bald as a pharaoh, wouldn't have had any hair. If we take a look, hold on, I'm gonna see if I can show you this screen. If I can share this screen, let me close out on some stuff right here. Let me see. Let me see if I can do this right here. Okay. Let's see if I can do this.
All right, that's interesting.
Let me see. Is this let me see, share entire screen? Let me see, share. Okay. Are you seeing my screen now?
Yeah.
Killah, can you see my screen? Okay,
yes,
so
sir.
This is the mummy of Ramses. It shows with the red, right? The hook nose, this is him, right? Now, like I said, you don't want to take the statue, you don't want to take the fact that he was a priest, and the priests all were clean. They were bald head, right? Let's go to lineage. Right? So here's the face. If you can see it, these is the statues of Ramses. The second, round face, wide eyes, big full lips. There's no hook or bridge on the nose like that. right? This was during his era. As you can see, the foot, when the foot is forward, that's with him, an image of him being alive.
That's the foot. Wait, what's that?
That's his foot being alive. That's a foot. Okay. Now, when we go look up, this is Ramses' father, right? This is Seti the First. As you can see, as a pharaoh, he's bald, clearly dark skinned, no hair, bald head man, right? His mother was Queen, I believe, Queen Tai, who was a Nubian. She was also black. So we got a black father, we got a black mother, but we got a white man as a pharaoh. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't add up, right? Then we go back down and we see once again, this right here is Ramses, suppose of Ramses' son. He's also a pharaoh, right? You can see the resemblance that pharaohs are bald. Right? And then next to him on the right, supposed to be mummies, is Menepa, the 13th, also son of Ramses II. He's bald. Now, the only people that buried themselves because they didn't have adequate tombs, they didn't have, you know, even the Greeks tried and they used some of the rituals. They don't have a date on exactly when this mummy is, right? This mummy, when they flew it in, they had to have a passport for a dead person. Right? Yeah. This is another one right here. This is a telegraph from March 2008. This Egyptian mummy kept on display in the Providence Museum for nearly 80 years that has been identified as the son of a powerful Ramses II. Test shows that 3,000-year-old mummy had pronounced an overbite and mango eyes, a Khantu, the member of the 19th dynasty, and the facial measurements were found and almost identical to Ramses himself. Right? Now, when we look, we see these Nordic, these Gaul, these European people, when they bury themselves, they have hair. They never shave themselves. And you can see how this dude have hair. It's a poor attempt of them trying to say it's Ramses, which scholars have also proved that that's not him.
Yeah, that's like your little guy.
Okay.
Oh, what are you doing?
So, yeah, that's definitely, like I said, that's definitely not Ramses.
The other thing with the
Go ahead. You broke up.
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Hello? Yeah, you broke up. You cut off. I didn't hear you. You said also, then it just stopped. Go ahead.
You hear me? Okay. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Also, I've done some research too, and there's a thing that's called prognosticism. It takes the features of a person's skull to determine the ethnicity of the person. And white people have Caucasians, their prognosticism, their teeth don't like how what you showed before with having the overbite and stuff like that. That is found in other ethnicities other than the Caucasian people. I'm gonna see if I can find this thing real quick on that. I thought I had sent that shit to you the other day. Let me search my history real quick. Prague. No. Okay. You know what I want to get into this with too? Are you familiar with J.A. Rogers?
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yes, I am. Yep. Yeah, I'm familiar with J.A.
Okay.
Rogers.
his book Sex and Race. You familiar with that book?
One,
I think it's got like 3 volumes of that book. I got PDFs of it. That's an awesome book. I actually used to have it like back in the day, and it walked on me. But yeah, it's like I think it's 3 volumes to it. It might be 4 volumes. But he gives a lot of information when it comes to like phenotypes and stuff of people, and like the skull structures and all types of stuff like that. Also book, and I believe we could get to the bottom of all this stuff too, with studying his works also. I'm trying to find this thing here real quick. History. That shit. All right, erase my history. Son of a gun. Goddamn. Okay, practices and blacks. I can find it real quick in here. Put blacks here. But it shows how like Asians face are structured, like African, like people from the Congo, how their face is structured. That shit. As far as that shit in this link here. I can't remember where I found it at. I thought it was in here. That's why I didn't really look for it. But we can see here. Let me just share the screen real quick. Okay. All right. As you can see here, you also have a Somalian hook nose.
Oh,
this Kenyan hook nose.
You did send me this. Yeah.
Look at it here on this brother right here. Yep. Look, blonde hair African. That his hair could have been red or naturally red because he would have been killed. Just like how the Irish or the English and stuff, they used to have a thing with children born with red hair were like bad luck. And I think there were actually cases with like Irish people, if Malachi is watching, maybe he could tell us a little bit about that. People with red hair and stuff, they would harass and like beat up and stuff like that. Look at a person that's albino. Like they would look at people with red hair like exactly the same way. And also they say when they say with that Ramses mummy to make him Caucasian, they always only show the side view. But when you look at it from the front, it's different. Now, we also too have to know that the mummification process also with it. Now, this is something that Michael Edwards don't bring out. I haven't heard him bring out. I could be wrong. Michael Edwards, you correct me if I'm wrong. But this is not a skull. This is a dead body. It's not a skull. So now this person has been mummified. So they did things to the body to enhance the look, the features,
Your phone had cut off a little bit. Oh, you dropped off? Okay. But yeah, so with that mummy, and when they try to bring it out that, you know, about these features, there was a thing up that you had sent me, and I was asking them, so which African features aren't African features? Being a diverse people of over 3,000 different ethnicities, you know, how can you say that this is is European or it's non-African? When you go through the preliminary line, when you look at what, you know, Killah just brought out, with the different features, as if black people couldn't have those features, and then if you even go through look at the fact that he was a pharaoh, he was a high priest, and he would have been bald, just like his father, just like his sons were. That doesn't match up, but it makes good conversation for people who don't know or don't know how to do the research, or is just learning and just taking somebody's word for it. But if you look at everything, I mean, it kind of failed that test to say that this Ramses II was this mummy actually was just Ramses II. I don't even say if he was a European or not. That's not, you know, it failed the test as far as it was Ramses. So, Willie, you got something to say on this, man?
Nah, I ain't got nothing to say.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw who brought this out? Black Jesus Minister tried to bring this out. Immaculate, he tried to bring this out. Who else? I think another brother had tried to bring this out, and I had addressed all of it, you know, again and again and again about it being, you know, a mummy. But like I said, if his daddy is African and his mama African, I mean, I think conversation is over at that point.
I mean, I would think so. Unless the baby's albino, but it's still gonna have African features as in bone structure.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, that's the only thing, and they failed to bring out those things about the, you know, the parents and even the grandparents. Grandma still grandma is a Nubian. Grandfather, you know what I'm saying, is Kemetic or Nubian. So like I said, I think that Michael Edwards brought it out mainly to draw somebody out, or maybe he's trying to draw a conversation. I didn't really hear anything new about this mummy to, you know, change the perspective. So we gotta get some more Hebrews on here. Willie, either you getting tired or you getting soft, man.
Yeah, no, I'm tired, man. I've been working on my legs all day.
Oh, you was at the gym?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have some. The hardest part, man, when I was in the gym, I was up to 215. You know, I've always had small legs, playing receiver and corner, fast, but I never could get my legs like my upper body. But man, that shit will drain you.
Yeah, I'm trying to like I just started walking. It's a long story, but I just started walking a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And we're going through therapy.
Uh-huh.
And now, my